Normally I have an intro video for you guys, but we're gonna jump straight into it. So this game I'm fighting the challenger Sylas, and he starts E, which is kind of weird, but it makes sense with Akali being weaker early now because of the energy nurse. I take Doran Shield, not Longsword, so I can play passive until I'm level 6. But with Sylas having his E, he's able to clear the wave a lot quicker than I am, and it gives him 2 procs of his passive, ultimately making him a better duelist level 1. Now, I dance around the creeps to dodge his E2, which is kind of unfortunate for me because I didn't notice that his wave clearer was so strong with that passive in the E start. He actually uses the passive right there to clear a creep and attack me, and forcing himself level 2. Kind of shits on me right there. It feels bad. He gets my flash, but the lane isn't over. I pop my pot. I use Doran Shield's passive, missing HP regen, and kind of just play it safe. So we just farm up these creeps, and I see Lee Sin was gonna pap down to his red, but instead he wraps around for a gank, and he ends up shitting on him by himself. No effort. You see we both drop a ward to pursue the kill, but he shits on him. J4 comes, you already know, Q pops the flash. Pretty fucking free jungle difference already. Now this guy is trolling, challenger or not, Hashenshin TP is never good. So he forces an engage. We easily pick that off because I ignite him so he can't heal, and I bait J4 with my E2. And it just turns into free kills for us both. From here we want to shove out the wave to try and deny as much EXP as possible, but one, I didn't start longsword, so I missed these creeps. I'm so used to starting the longsword, I gotta get used to having lower AD. And Akali wave clear just kind of sucks, you know. 120 energy, you can't really just throw him out. So yeah, we get the way to his tower. I attack it a couple times just because why not, you know. I'm pushing the wave in. I don't need the back just yet. And Sylas returns, does a lot of nothing. I try and poke him down a little bit and get my HP back from Taste of Blood, and he looks to all in me, which I think is weird because I'm a higher level than him, means I just have overall more stats. So when we fight and it gets really close, but I passive proc with the auto attack and cancel into my E to make sure I had enough energy for the Q afterwards. And yeah, he's 0-3 now, kind of just trolling. And the way I left the wave, it's gonna push back to me, so GG. So you can see that Sylas has been building up a slow push, which kind of determines that he wants to either back or he wants to roam into the jungle or roam into another lane. So he saves his mana, which builds up that slow push. And we have to farm this wave because if we don't, then we end up being behind. And he does end up ultimately roaming bot, picking up a double kill. So with Sylas bot, I look at my EXP gauge and I say, oh, I can slow push this back and I can be level 6 while he'll still be 4 or 5, and I can dive him just having that difference. So I continue to slow push this wave. You'll see that I don't spend any mana really until the end of the wave just to get it under the tower. And we just wait patiently for him to get back to the lane. So Sylas has returned, and you see we built up a creep wave just as big as the one he returned to me when he was leaving the lane. And Lee Sin's at the raptor camp, so this dive is for the both of us. I easily use my R. I throw my E back, but Lee Sin tanks the tower for a little bit and use my R2 to re-engage with ignite. Free kills, just horrible for him. He misses out on all this EXP. He's not going to be level 6, and I get plating and another wave. But Gragas comes, he shows the love. Gragas is the support, by the way. I haven't seen Gragas support in I don't know how long, but hey, I wouldn't be surprised that it still works out fine. And despite Gragas here holding the lane, he decides to, you know, hold these couple creeps, which freezes the lane for Sylas, which is pretty fortunate for him. And unfortunate for me. So Gragas tries to style on me with the EQ combo right there, but we dodge it, I guess. And the wave is frozen right outside his tower, which is very unfortunate for me. And we see that top lane is missing, so we want to play very safe. I go to drop a ward and it's pink, and guess who's there? Fucking Singed. So this is a Sentinix video, and it wouldn't be a Sentinix video if I was not fucking inting. So you'll see right here that I could have escaped. But I decide to walk up forward a little bit, and Singe flings me, and I don't flash behind the fucking creeps. So we int. I be trolling way too much, man. So after trolling, we come back to clear the pink ward that was once here and get some vision in the lane since we just arrived, because we don't want to die to another gank. So ideally, I was gonna just farm the lane kind of safely, but Sylas decides it's time to fight. So he misses his E2. He tries to use my abilities, but just feels bad, dude. So with J4 coming at me, I can tell he wants to fight. I look for my jungler immediately, and my dumbass walks into the EQ combo. I'm pretty sure I could have dodged it, but I don't know. But he flashes on me, and I retreat to my jungler, who then pressures him off, which is pretty cool. He decides to damage him a little bit, and look at what we have here, another TP. So we don't want to fight this, but Lee Sin makes a great play by flashing the E2 from Sylas and kicking J4 under the tower, and it's just free. All I got to say is jungle difference is so real this game. It's actually absurd. But we have to farm this creep wave just because it's a fuck ton of creeps. And you already know my boy Lee Sin is back with another gank. But this is kind of scary. Sylas lands the E2, and I don't know what the fuck happens, but that damage was just unreal. So ideally here, I want to kind of push out the wave and try and back, but Sylas is itching for a fight. He knows he can win any trade at this point with my HP being this low. So I back off and I miss on a couple creeps just to make sure he doesn't get any more gold. So we back, and there's Godson doing it again. He actually is able to get away this time. I thought Lee Sin was going to be able to kill him, but he didn't have ulti. His ulti was still down. So Sylas is going to have to back here because Lee Sin just destroyed him. And this gives me a roam timer. Even though there's no cannon creeps to buy me more time, I can shove in this little 6 creep wave and actually go do something somewhere on the map. So I see that bot lane is shoved, and I immediately go down there. I ran over a pink, but they shouldn't be able to react to this gank. So normally I wouldn't even use my Aria here, but he starts to go in on my vein. I don't know how much damage he deals, and I want to make this roam worth it, so I make sure to secure the kill with my ulti. So with Sylas missing from mid, I want to shove in the wave here so I can try and roam top and, you know, secure a kill top, but he comes back. And from there, I'll start to just regularly push the wave. Don't mind me missing cannon creeps. He engages on me, which I thought was weird, and out of nowhere comes J4. So I retreat to the side my jungler is on, and he sees the action coming mid, so we decide to group up. I really don't want to fight this fight because my ulti is down, but I don't know, they're kind of forcing for no reason. So Lee Sin, being the god that he is, you see he outplays this and gets a little bit of damage off. And I don't know, I guess we're not going to do anything here. Sylas is kind of low, but I don't want to dive with J4 here and knowing he has ult and mine is down. So I back. I'd rather just get my cutlass and be able to abuse my conquer on Sylas. So I have a lot of gold left over, so I get a pink ward and I buy a blue pot. So for 500 gold, you get 1500 gold worth of stats for 3 minutes. It's pretty good. So we have Lee Sin in the mid lane. I notice his icon, and he's being the god that he is. My bad, I disrespected him and called him Lee Sin. That's Godson for the rest of this game. So he shits on my laner, and honestly with blue pot, I decide instead of roaming to bot lane, I want to go ahead and push this tower down because I have the true damage attached to blue pot, so I can get a lot of plating here since Sylas can't contest it. Unfortunately, J4 ganks bottom. If I went down there, I probably could have prevented that and picked up a double kill, but we're going to sit here and take this tower because towers are important too. And it also benefits me. I make sure to get gold here rather than having to fight for my gold and using my ulti in the bot lane. So I continue to take the plate until Sylas come. I wanted to get it down to the last plating, but unfortunately I'm unable to do so. And you already know, we deal big damage to this guy. I missed my passive auto attack, and since the next video, you already know we flash and troll. We take 199 damage from the tower shot with 191 HP, ultimately resulting in me trolling again. So my boy Godson was holding the mid lane in my death, but he gets ganked. My jungler gets ganked holding my lane, man. It's crazy. That's how you know shit is popping off in this match. So upon returning mid lane, I push in the wave, and there's J4, so I back up, and I say, okay, let's go get some vision, just to make sure, you know, see where he goes and what he decides to do. So I drop a ward over here on the wall, just in case he goes to his bot site, and I clear the pink ward that my pink spots. Now I have enough gold for Gunblade, which is a huge item spike, or power spike, but I can't just back immediately. And Sylas jumps on me. I know that J4 is near, so I just try and do a little bit of damage. But he's right there, so I have to use my ult to get away. And I use the second part of my ult to also get away, which is unfortunate. But now I have a reason to go back and get my Gunblade. So I'm returning back to mid, and Sylas uses all his abilities on the wave. So this is a free kill. He takes my ulti, which puts that on cooldown. My E hit the shroud, so it kind of like gap closed even though I missed it. But he knew he was dead, so he dashes at me. Probably tried to outplay to get away, but he was done for. Now Lee Sin drops Rift mid. I would stay and push with it, but I see that there's 3 bot, and I can easily help counter gank this. So we both decide the wrong bot lane. So Godsend makes a flashy play here, securing the kill on Lucian. I Q Gragas to make sure my team can catch up to him. He ease in, and so I go for J4 just cause fuck him. I do some damage to him. You're not getting away from this scotch free. You gotta take some type of damage. So the gank was free, and we rotate the dragon, and that is also free. GG. So with the team grouped up, they run into the enemy jungle. I want to push down the middle lane just to kill some creeps and get some gold. Sylas kind of trolls here. I get my assist tossing my E, and I make sure to give my jungler the wolf camp. I hit S so I don't auto attack it. You see, he respects it. Thanks for it. Now, I don't know. Lucian runs up. They all in. Shit goes bad. I have to get the fuck out of here, so I kill Lucian and I take my leave. Now Gragas cancels my E, so I wasn't actually able to leave, so I tried fighting, but I had nothing to catch up with them. I had no energy, so I really couldn't chase. So once I get back mid, I start shoving the wave immediately. Now this is around the time where I should start being in the side lanes, but I want to actually just do stuff around the map, so I run mid, clear the wave, and just dip right out. Now, I see that action is about to happen top lane. I see my top laner getting ganked, so I drop a pink on the way up, and I go assist. Now, Tryndamere is kind of just face tanking, and I'm face tanking all of Singe's bullshit. And I make the unfortunate decision of igniting him while Tryndamere is leaving the tower range, ultimately killing me too. Which fucking sucks, because now we both die to Sylas, and this dude is eating, like, he's eating for free. And I could have been in this team fight, I would have had my ulti, man. I could have been eating for free, but nah. I want to fucking troll and ignite while he's leaving the tower. And they clean this up. So after respawning, Lee Sin makes a play mid lane, and Tryndamere and I are here to capitalize on it. So we get into this 3v3 battle where we just decimate them. J4 jumps in. I try to time my ulti for Sylas, but he ends up dodging a little bit of it. And I capture Gragas afterwards. Lee Sin chases just to secure the kill, which makes this free, and we rotate the Baron because 4 of them are dead. And we actually do secure the Baron. So with all this gold, I want to go spin. So I do. I go back and we group mid lane because I see everyone there, and a team fight breaks out immediately. So I play it safe and I stayed in my shroud, but I tried to use my E to dodge Gragas CC. Unfortunately, I get hit, and then I flash and use R2 to deal damage to the back line because they were all pretty low. I was gonna back here, but I see that Tryndamere kind of just shits on them all, and he actually does get a pentakill here, which is kind of insane. So I go mid to shove it away so we can make sure to get this inhibitor while their death timers are still up. So Vayne comes and assists me with getting the tower, and everyone starts to spawn back up, so we play it safe and back off since the rest of our team is gone. So I see my Lee Sin counter jungling, and I know they're gonna be here soon, so I stop my recall and I see J4 jump on them. Now Lee Sin has been with me this whole game. My bad, Godson has been with me this whole game, and I'm ride or die for this dude. He showed me the love, I'm showing him the love. So he gets out safely and we're both fine. So Tryndamere is 1v3 in the top lane. I'm expecting to see another fucking pentakill, but shit don't work out like that when Sylas just takes your fucking ulti. And he dies, which feels bad. Lee Sin appreciates the ride or die. You know, he showed me love with the mid pressure, so I gotta show love and respect for his plays. Like this shit right here. Like, what the fuck? If I was there, bro, I would've went so crazy on that fight. So, we start the group up in their jungle, and J4 uses his combo, so he can't escape. I get this kill for free. I just Q and auto him with the passive. And we go to the open inhibitor mid because this shit is free as fuck. They can't contest us. And Godsend is going crazy. You see this? Literally all this shit is free. We get an engage from Braum. I had R through the Gragas and just finish off the fucking ADC. And I use the rest of my damage on Singe just to kind of fuck him up, make him not want to be here. So this game is looking pretty much over. It's just free as fuck for us. So we kind of just clean up this fight, you know, whoever's left. And I see Lee Sin's respawning with GA, so I make sure to tank the tower for him a little bit so he doesn't get one-shotted by Sylas. And I make the mistake of continuing to show the love for my jungler, and I get bodied for it. I wasn't expecting that much damage, but we're this late in the game, I really should have. Sylas is not to be slept on. So with Trend top, I kind of just push in bot lane because there's no reason for me to go top or mid, especially with mid inhib open. And they force an engage here in the bot lane. I react to it immediately. Braum drops the ult. We burst Sylas. I drop my E on Lucian, deal damage to Gragas, finish off Lucian. And I'm just chilling. It's J4. He can't really do shit to me. And I got Godsend with me. You already know the duo. So I thought I gave Braum an escape when I really led him to his death. And we ended up finish off Gragas, and now it's a 2v2. You already know, me and Lee Sin back to back, ride or die. We in this bitch. So now it's a 2v2 with Lee Sin and I put damage on J4, but I realized I don't have enough for him. So now I start changing my focus to Singe after the Zanya. I flash the EQ combo from J4, and I use everything I can to try and heal up because I have Ravenous Hunter. Singe is kind of just giving me, you know, HP. And for some fucking reason, he has barrier. Unfortunately, Sylas TPs, and I know I'm dead here. He also flashes, just ensures my death. I try and stall for as long as possible, and my boy Lee Sin flashes safeguard for me. That's love, bro. You don't see that every day. He finishes off the Singe, and now he's stuck with Sylas, but I don't believe he has anti-heal. And it just becomes an unfortunate situation for him. But, you know, that's my fucking guy. My jungler was out there. He ride or die with me, bro. That's love. Oh my god. And you would think the fight is over, but more shit happens. Vayne pops the fuck off. You already see this pretty much is just wiped. He just completely shit on them with Braum. This shit's free as hell. It doesn't even require any effort. And Tryndamere is just dropping dick off top lane as usual. So I respawn and Tryndamere is just causing havoc top, and we immediately go over to Baron. This dude is just shitting on them. But he does die here. But again, we take Baron. This shit is also, once again, free. And you already know, second time Baron, we're more than likely is about to end this game right here. It's 54 kills to 34. Our goal is just so much more than theirs. My damage is insane. Everyone's damage is insane. You seen what Vayne did. You see the damage I have. Lee Sin is Godsend. It's just a wrap. So I tanked the creep wave here. I'm trying to bait for someone to kind of jump on me because I have Lee Sin right behind me. You already know, that's that's my guy. We set shit up. But nobody jumps on me, unfortunately. So we look for a pick here. I try and get my E on someone. You see that I'm just kind of sitting here. I can toss it over the wall, but it doesn't work out. Lee Sin jumps in and Braum goes in to help, but it all turns bad in a matter of seconds. I get shitted on because of the Lee Sin kick from Sylas. And I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty sick. I got trashed. Unfortunately, because I got shit on, they pushed down mid really hard, So it's a 2v4 scenario in our base, but fortunately we have Tryndamere in their base taking their inhibitor, so it's not too bad. So we do lose our mid inhibitor, but we trade it for theirs, which is pretty cool. Tryndamere ends up making the most out of this scenario for us, thank God. I thought it was going to be pretty bad, but it didn't turn out all too bad because he was there. He actually gets both inhibs, which is fortunate. So with me response, I want to fight here. Tryndamere has a good flank, so if anything goes bad, he can easily clean this up. So I run in looking to engage, and Sylas fortunately does the engage for me. So I peel my ADC because Gragas flashes onto him, and I drop my R through Sylas, throwing a Q as well, and I jump straight to the back line, killing Lucian. Now I tried to throw my E onto the Shroud there, but I aimed it at J4, so I wanted to hit either him or the Shroud so I can get close, but unfortunately I missed, and I missed out on my assist. So that fight was pretty fucking free. We only lost Braum there, and we head straight to bot lane to get the inhib and probably much more because we have Baron. So now we're finally at the inhibitor tower, and we take it down easily. We take down the inhibitor as well, and we go for the Nexus towers because we have a couple seconds to spare with the enemy team being down. You know, each second counts. So we take one tower, and then Tryndamere starts going hard because he sees that he can kill, and it also buys us time to take the tower. So with Vayne's help, we aim the tower, Lee Sin and I, and we have to fight the enemy team now because they're all spawning. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a good ulti here. I was kind of scared to use my ult when I really should have just used it to try and kill them, but I flash out thinking I got away. Sylas kind of flashing W's, shitting on me. But other than that, GG. That shit free.